In the last video I did the unboxing of the HP Stream 8 with HP Data Pass, and it took me 9 minutes to get to the unboxing. I apologise. So in this video we'll do it a little bit quicker. It's the HP Stream 11 X360 this time that I've been reviewing for notebookcheck.net, and the full review is going up as soon as I've done this video. There it is. Let's take a look around the device. So if you've heard of the HP Stream 11, which you probably have, it's one of the top-selling $200 PCs, laptops on the market. Christmas 2014, it's done extremely well. The 11 and the 13 together have collected around 700 reviews on Amazon.com, so it's a popular device. This is a slightly different version, so based on the same sort of architecture inside, it is a touchscreen version with a fold-back display, so it's convertible. But it still has the Bay Trail M inside, the N2840 dual-core Atom CPU, the 2 gigs of RAM, and it's got a 32 gig eMMC SSD. Now in the US, there's the HP Pavilion 11 X360, which is a slightly different version of this. It is the same casing. It's not this blue color. It's also got an HDD inside, a 500 gig hard drive, or even 750. But the difference is, what they've done is they've taken the space used for the hard drive in this and put a little bit extra battery in, 1/3 more battery. So you're getting less storage space but more battery life. It is also slightly more rugged, and of course it will be silent. Both of these devices are fanless, and it's a really nice device. I actually quite like it. We've been through the full review. It's taken me quite a while to get the full review done, but in terms of general product, the pricing is really good, and you're getting 3G built in. This is the European model with 200 megs of data, roaming data every month for free. That lasts for 2 years. Let's take a look around the device, and as we go around the device I'll talk about some of the features. There's one feature of this that isn't too hot, and there's a number of features that are really good. So let's take a look around the device. So it weighs 1.45 kilograms. So actually for an 11-inch laptop of 2014-2015, it's not incredibly light, but it is okay. It's not completely overweight. I'd say it's a little bit dense to the touch if you felt some of the lighter weight 11 inches over the last months. Here are the ports on the side. Then we've got a full 100 megabits per second, not gigabit, 100 megabits per second Ethernet, full HDMI, USB and USB 3 and USB 2, and an SD card slot which allows the card to drop all the way inside. And there is the SIM card slot, and this is an unlocked module. As he says as he flicks that right across the room. This is an unlocked model, and I have tested it with another carrier's SIM card inside. There's a look at the other side. We've got another USB port, so there's 3 in total, headset port, volume rocker switch, and the power button. Kensington lock there. Nothing on the back because you've got the hinge, and on the bottom it's a fairly clean unit, and you can actually open this up. Inside there's nothing really replaceable, and there's no header for a SATA drive, so you can't really upgrade the hard drive in it either. But it is fanless and it's nice and clean. Now you've got this blue finish. It's plastic, but it's quite solid, quite fingerprint resistant. After 4 weeks of testing this out, there's 1 or 2 tiny scratches on it, and it's not completely fingerprint free, but it's actually a pretty nice covering, casing and material, and I've been pretty pleased with this. You can get this in a pink version as well, so if you prefer something a little bit more girly, the pink version is there for you. Looking on the inside, they've carried the blue on into this metallic framing for the keyboard, and the keyboard is really nice. It's a full-size keyboard, well-spaced keys, good feedback, no problems at all with typing on that. It's not backlit, but the contrast is really nice on those keys. As for the touchpad, the mouse pad there, the mouse clicks are fairly heavy, but the gestures and the movement control on the mouse pad itself are okay. I didn't like the really heavy mouse clicks though. But if you're into touch to click, double touch to click, then that might not be a problem for you. Now this is the part of the product that's not actually so hot. This 1366 by 768 TN LCD screen is really not that great. It's not IPS, Colors are not that brilliant. Brightness is actually pretty poor, and overall it's probably one of the poorest screens I've seen on a laptop for a while, to be honest. And certainly in a convertible device, a TN display doesn't really belong here. It should have been an IPS display, and there are other devices in this sort of $300 category that do have IPS displays for the price. If and you really should check that screen out before you buy, if that screen is acceptable for you, and I think it will be for some people that are just doing sort of media creation and watching some films perhaps on an aeroplane, or just for some gaming, some light Windows 8 gaming, then that may not be a problem. But there are better screens out there, it must be said. So I'm looking across at the HP website, €349 for this, with the 2 gigs of RAM, the 32 gig SSD, and the HP Data Pass feature. You can get it for $299 without HP Data Pass, I believe, and that's the P000 NG. This is the P001 NG, I believe. You won't find this exact model in the US, and in the UK there might be some slightly different conditions to the 3G roaming. Certainly when I looked at the websites, there's slightly different conditions, but I can't believe that in Europe the conditions are completely different, because they're all run by Folk Mobile out of Sweden, I believe. So double check, but certainly this will roam to a number of European countries, and even to the US, and there was one other country, I think it wasn't Brazil, it was a South American country that surprised me. It was on the list. Anyway, check it out before you buy. Battery life on this, now because this has got the 1/3 bigger battery than the Pavilion X360 11 in the States, you're getting a decent 5, 6, 7 hours out of this. I tested 6.5 hours web browsing, 6 hours video playback, and 12 hours in standby with the screen at low brightness on aircraft mode. So it's pretty good in terms of battery life for the price, and I certainly don't think that's going to be a problem for anyone. As I mentioned, the weight, there's a little bit, it's 1.4 kilograms. And when I look at the one of the competitors to this, which is the Lenovo N20 Chromebook, which is not a completely fold-back device, but it does have that touchscreen display. It is slightly lighter, slightly thinner, and slightly more just luggable around. There's a couple of 100 grams, I think, in between these two devices. There's also a Toshiba, I believe, that's in a very similar style to this, so you need to check that out. The the Acer Switch 10, even the 12, Switch 12, and the devices like the Stream 11, the X205 are also going to be taken into consideration, I think. But if you're maybe traveling around Europe, even if you're coming out of the US and you're traveling around Europe for 6 months, you're a student and you want to do a bit of content creation, want to do some typing, want to do some social networking, watch videos, this is a really nice device that's going to give you roaming data, 200 megabytes a month. You could add, without having a contract, you can add data on a monthly basis or an ad hoc basis to that, so it really is quite flexible. Now, I haven't tested it out in terms of roaming speeds yet, but it looks like they're using the 3 network, or the Telefonica network across Europe for 3G, and it is only 3G, but it is 22 megabits per second download capable, and I got 7 megabits per second download off it when I tested it here in Germany. So that's it. That's just a brief overview of the HP Stream 11 X360, which I think is a really nice device. It would be even better if it was just a couple of 100 grams lighter, and if they put that IPS screen in there. I wouldn't even mind if it was 1366 by 768, but improve the colors and improve the viewing angles, and that would be even better device. For the price though, I think that's a quite unique product with the data pass option, and I certainly think if you're traveling around Europe, you should take a closer look at the HP Stream 11 with data pass. Now, data pass is available on a number of other devices. I've bought the HP Stream 8. Oh, that's the back closing up, sorry. That's the HP Stream 8, which is 177 euros, comes with the same roaming capability. I plan to use that basically as a hotspot if I travel. And there are a number of other HP devices that come with that data pass. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Again, apologies for the 9-minute unboxing on that last video. It was too long before I unboxed. I'm going to make sure the next ones are much quicker than that. I think the next device coming up is an Acer. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. It is going to be here in a couple of days. Wait, let me check. The MSI S100 is coming up next. That's a 10-inch 1280 by 800 tablet with HDMI with 64 gigs of storage. That's under $300 in Europe. It also comes with a keyboard as well, so actually it is also a very mobile Windows 8 touch PC for under $300, so 300 euros. So that's coming up next. Stay tuned to the video. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to subscribe wherever it is, and we'll see you on the next video.